Darling, do you see that?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Oh my!
Do you smell that?
The heat went through.
The heat went through.
Oh,
And what did it light on fire?
My my breast pump.
I know, I saw that too.
Oh, my baby clothes.
Now, on the bright side, it's mostly just this shelf here and some on the top of that one.
No.
I know. I know.
No, that was where all the important stuff was.
I know, because what do you do with the stuff that you don't want? What do you do with the stuff you don't want?
No, no.
You get rid of it, right? So you just take all the important stuff and put it over here. I'm still processing right now, but I made a mistake, and my mistake cost us. I'm not sure the extent of the damage yet. I just found out about this, and it's within maybe 5 minutes of finding out that I'm making this video. I wanted to do this though as a warning for you guys. I did not even think about this, and because of that, we had a fire on our homestead. Thankfully, the loss was limited, although I'm still not sure how much it was, and I'm rather disappointed just in the reality of it. I'm obviously very grateful that we didn't lose more, because we could have lost a lot. For those of you who are thinking, following along on the smokehouse build, it's not even smokehouse related, okay? That's so far so good. Everything's fine with that. But I did something last night, and I'm going to show you what I did. And after I show you what I did, I'm going to show you what I saw today, and then what I just thought about as I more closely investigated it. So that's what I was doing last night. A buddy of mine had lent me a welder for the smokehouse build. Welded some stuff up. He said, if you got anything else you want to weld, go for it. And he was dropping a friend off. Dropping a friend off not too far from here. So I thought, oh, is he gonna want his welder back? I might as well finish up this project. And that's when I welded these to the wall of my shipping container. And then from earlier today, I was looking this direction, I was noticing this discoloration. And I'm like, I don't remember that discoloration yesterday. And I was talking with my wife, and she goes, oh yeah, I see that. I'm like, I don't know what that is. What happened there? I'm like, maybe it was because I was spraying the sparks, or maybe it was something with the welding. But then right now I came over and I looked at it and I go, that seems really odd when I look at it. And some of you probably already realize what happened. But I'm welding on this thin-walled shipping container, right? Well, my shipping container is full of stuff. Or at least it was full of stuff. Thankfully, it was rather airtight. I think, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, there's so much of this. Oh, I'm seeing more on the other side now. Oh man, this is ridiculous. It stinks in here so bad. I'm pretty sure we lost all the extra clothes we had as well. It looks like somewhere on this side, oh, there's a bunch of Mama's breast pump stuff and other things. Somewhere on this side, of course, against this wall, the fire started. and it hit. And this stuff is, you know, it's pretty well packed in here. It's pretty well packed in here, but look at all this clothing. Look at all this plastic. Oh man. I don't know if you guys can see this. I mean, all these clothes and boots are just charred. I need a flashlight. Oh, that's all. Man. And it at least melted some stuff across this way too. A bunch of clothes. You know, that's one thing. We have a certain number of children and they're growing. So we save clothes because they're gonna, anything that's not wasted, they're gonna be able to deal with later. They're gonna be able to have the next ones after them wear or something like that. I could have lost everything in that shipping container. I think the only thing that saved us is that it was shut. If that wasn't shut tight, it would have had more oxygen. It would have kept fueling that fire. But we got burning plastic, burning clothes, burning cardboard. Everything in there super stinks right now. I mean, oh, I hope some of this stuff is okay. I'm looking at, I think, a brand new, I just bought a brand new pressure canner to have an extra one. Oh, ho, ho, ho. There's a brand new pressure canner. That's a brand new pressure canner right there. I'm not sure how much of it. Obviously the seals and gaskets are probably trash. Man, this was such a mistake on my part, guys. I am not sure the extent of this damage. Mom's in town right now running errands. I feel like such a fool. I feel like such a fool putting that amount of heat on metal right on the other side of my stuff. I don't even know what the roof looks like here. Man, I'm gonna let Pinky know right now. Here comes Pinky. I'm gonna show her. I'm gonna see if she can tell what happened here. Pinky, I want you to do something for me. Do you see that discoloration over there where I was welding? Mm-hmm. What do you think could have caused that?
The heat and the light.
Okay, the heat, but why do you think it's just right there? How do you think that much happened and I didn't notice it?
Because it had to have time for it to happen.
Yeah, do you know what it caught on fire?
Huh?
Do you see that it caught something on fire there? Do you know what it caught on fire?
The paint or whatever that is.
The stuff on the inside.
The shipping container?
Yes. Go look. Do you smell that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that stuff. And you know what? The only thing that saved us was the fact that it was sealed. That it couldn't get any more oxygen. And you see all the stuff up on the shelf on the left side is even melted? Look at that.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And then, like, look at that brand new pressure canner. That box is burned. Walk in there a little bit. I know. Do you see all those boxes of clothes and bins and stuff?
And shoes.
Yeah, and shoes, all those shoes. My wife is gonna be so disappointed in me. And I share this mistake so openly as an education because I don't want your wife to be disappointed in you. I don't want your husband to be disappointed in you. Not a hard welder to use, not as intense as some other ones I have used. But if you're welding, like I'm just looking on this side of the wall. I didn't even think about what's on the other side. What do you think, Pink?
That's sad.
That's real sad. That's a lot of our stuff. Thankfully it wasn't all. I know I got my old computers in there too. All sorts of stuff I was planning on using in the future. It was stuff to pretty much anything I can't grow or make, I don't mind holding on to. And we've got a rather full shipping container, and everything else is just going to reek like that plastic smoke. Do you see that there's a lot covered in a layer of soot and stuff too? Look at the inside of this door. Just look at that.
I smelled that smell when I came over here these past few days.
Yeah,
Today mostly and yesterday.
I wasn't even
I
thinking.
didn't think it was like anything in there.
Yeah. Oh, so much melted plastic, guys.
This is okay.
Just bins and bins and bins and bins of clothes. When did that come out?
I don't know. It's sitting here. Was it outside?
I might have just pulled it out. I probably just pulled that out when I found out. Probably still usable, but it's probably gonna stink for a while because that's just completely discolored with plastic stink smoke. Oh, you know what though? In all of this, just praise God, it wasn't more. What a bonehead move, guys. I've never taken any classes on welding, and I've never been through any instructional stuff. I used to be on some safety committees with stuff. I've ran a lot of different stuff, but I just was not thinking. You know, a lot of times if I clear an area for when I'm welding, it's make sure there's nothing flammable around. Even when I was doing this, okay, I welded back here, but I made sure that where I was welding, there wasn't really anything around it. And then because that's going to be heating up, this is heating up, this is heating up, I got everything covered in gravel just to make sure that we don't run into any issues. Man, that breaks my heart. Let's oh man, my wife is not gonna be, well, she'll be happy we didn't lose it all, but there's so much of our stuff. See, she's very she likes to keep things tidy, and she's the one who constantly takes all sorts of extra stuff to Goodwill and stuff, like all the time, or takes it, you know, into town or gives it to people, and she only saves what she really wants in that shipping container that I just lit on fire. I can tell you a couple things though. If this wasn't sealed up so good, I think we would have lost it all for sure. Also, if I would have seen that it was going on, the probability of me opening that door is actually pretty high. And what I would have done, like I didn't know, you know, like I wouldn't know that it was sealed up good enough to snuff out a fire. I wouldn't have known that. So I would have opened it up and given it oxygen and caused it to burn everything pretty much. I'm not sure, with the way stuff is in there, I'm not sure if the fire extinguishers we have on hand would have been sufficient to take care of that. I really don't know. No, Pinky was just talking about a whole bin full of boots for the kids. Shoes, new shoes actually. I'm gonna wait for Mom to get home before I sort any of this out, but learn from my mistake. Don't do this. Well, Mama Pepper is home now, so I thought I would show her this. It's kind of drizzling. We just had torrential downpour. There's like puddles everywhere. But yeah. Darling, while you were gone, I walked up closer over here because Monster Truck and I were talking about something. And then we came over this way to look for something. And then I saw this. And I looked at it closer. You remember we were looking at this discoloration on here?
Yes.
Take a peek at that discoloration and tell me what you think now.
Oh,
Well, doesn't that look like a lot of stuff there?
What happened to it?
Do you know? Can you solve the riddle? Do you know how that happened? I solved the riddle.
Oh, you melted the paint off.
It's how I melted the paint off, though. Darling, it's not good. What I realized in looking at it is, you know what? Look at how that is in that area. That's got nothing to do with my actual welds. It has to do with what my welds did. And you know what happened?
Okay, no.
Come this way. Why don't you open that for a minute? The shipping container door. You're not gonna like what I did.
I don't think I will.
So what do you think might have happened now?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to try to figure it out. Oy.
Good tight seal.
Oh my. I can't even tell around here.
Darling, do you see that?
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Do you smell that?
The heat went through.
The heat went through.
Oh,
And what did it light on fire?
my. My breast pump.
I know, I saw that too.
Oh, my baby clothes.
Now, on the bright side, it's mostly just this shelf here and some on the top of that one.
No.
I know. I know.
No, that was where all my important stuff was.
I know, because what do you do with the stuff that you don't want? What do you do with the stuff you don't want?
No, no.
You get rid of it, right? So you just take all the important stuff and put it over here. And darling, I heated up the wall enough to combust what was on the inside. And guess what? A couple things, like you can see how much damage is here. Darling, if this wasn't sealed tight, the whole thing would have burned up. But because it was sealed so tight, it ran out of oxygen. And it snuffed itself out. And if we had noticed it, I'm pretty sure we would have opened the door. And if we would have opened the door, then we would have lost it all too. Because I don't think the fire extinguishers we have on hand are enough to keep this. And if that's the case, it would have heated up this enough to start burning all this wood out here, and we would have probably lost everything on the outside too. Darling, I know, like, there was bins of brand new shoes for the kids and all the really nice baby clothes and other clothes and kid stuff, and I tried just to organize a couple tools and I destroyed a whole bunch of your stuff. You know what I mean? Like having a couple wrenches hanging on the wall is that important. What do I got? Like dollar store spatulas and a couple crowbars. What do you think, honestly? How did I do?
Okay, so you did bad. Well, now can we clean this thing out since you ruined my stuff?
Yeah. I was even thinking, you know what those bins cost a piece? I mean, those bins are like $10 before. Who knows what they are now with inflation?
You got storage insurance?
No, we don't have storage insurance. Oh. I destroyed so much of your stuff. And it's the important stuff. Do you see the brand new pressure canner?
Yeah. Oh.
Maybe some of the metal's still good, but if there was anything plastic or rubber gaskets and seals. Guys. I didn't want to save this till the morning, so we came out in the rain, because I didn't want you to be worrying about it all night without being able at least to look at it a little bit, you know? You look so sad.
Those are like some small good things I have.
I know.
I don't have much.
I know. Now you don't have that. Like I said, on the bright side, darling, it's mostly just, well, yeah, whatever. Like if you walk in there for a minute and peek across. But look at this too. Look at like that car seat that was set in here to keep out of the rain. You can see it's all stained and colored now. I mean, there was real heat in here.
Oh, these things could have exploded.
There was real heat. And a lot of things are covered in a residue now.
Yeah, our stuff's gonna smell like
plastic, whatever. Okay, I'll tell you what I can do though. I can smoke a bunch of stuff in the smokehouse and put it in here. And then let it just smell like smokehouse smoke instead of burnt plastic.
we have to clean this thing out.
I know
Look
we
at
do.
this.
Well, I know.
Mr. Keep everything.
Hey, I was keeping it better than this. It's people just tossing things in the door to get it out of the rain that makes it.
We need to downsize because we don't need all of it. We don't even use it.
Apparently we don't really need it because it's burned up. I want to pull out one as an example and see, okay? Like that top bin. They're probably all stuck together. They're all probably stuck together. Darling, there's so much stuff in there. And all that melting stuff dropped on all sorts of things. I had that weed whacker I borrowed from the neighbor. That's in there. I was just about to take that to the shop. Remember that last time we went to town? We were on a tight schedule, otherwise we were going to take that weed whacker into the shop. You know what? There's probably some 22 ammunition in there too. I'm glad that didn't... If that got on fire? This could have been a lot worse, guys. I mean, it's horrible, and we're not happy about it, but it could have been a lot worse. Darling, I learned the hard way, but I learned.
I'm learning too. Don't let your husband fire stuff.
Well, I already told the guy I borrowed the welder from, darling.
Get back home.
I told the guy I borrowed the welder from. I'm like, I know you gave me it to use, but this is my fault. Don't feel bad.
Oh,
I'm an idiot.
Darling. Oh boy, are you gonna pull that out or not?
No, I'm too sad.
Let's wait for a sunny day when we can really get a good look at
I'm
it.
too sad. Guys, the main purpose of this video and sharing it with you guys is we share our successes. You know, we do. So when we rejoice, when we may build a smokehouse and it works awesome for our family, we want you guys to be able to rejoice with us. And now when we lament and mourn, you guys can do that too. Life is hills and valleys. But the main thing is a public service announcement. Do not weld onto metal if you've got a bunch of value. Like for instance, let's say you've got a big metal safe and you think, hey, it'd be really cool if I could hang my hat on the side of this metal safe. So you go and you start welding to put a hook on the side of your metal safe and all your money's on the inside. You're gonna burn up all your money. Don't do that. If you have something important inside the metal, don't weld to it. What's that, my lady?
Did anything happen to the top when you welded the things up top?
Well, no, because I was just in the very corner of things. It wasn't tight against the wall. And I think it must have been that one right there, that last weld I did. I was trying to get a real nice, good, thick bead because I wasn't welding the next one over. And that caught fire on the inside. And our stuff started smoldering. Eventually it burst into flames. But because that seal was there, and because we didn't open the door, you never seen the movie Backdraft back in the day, did you? Mm-mm. You guys remember the movie Backdraft? Like a guy was setting fires to things, but he was making sure the oxygen would be depleted and snuffed out. And then when the firefighters came to open the door, they'd open the door and all that oxygen was just... I think Stephen Baldwin was in that movie. I don't know. I'm glad that didn't happen though. We didn't have a backdraft. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me? Mm-hmm. At least for the camera. Do you forgive me?
Mm-hmm.
How big of a loss is this for you? We don't know yet.
I guess we'll have to investigate a little more. We'll see if my breast pump still works. Oh.
That one doesn't look like it's going to.
You think no?
I'm thinking no. Isn't it all made of plastic too?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a breast puddle or a breast milker puddle. That was a really nice one too, right?
Yeah, I think it was a Medela, perhaps, or something like that. I've used it not that many times. It's got to be less than maybe 20 times, less than 20 times.
Yeah, total
The
of
kids, I mean, I hasn't been used that much. Those are really nice. But we'll look at it and see.
All right, guys, we'll sort through that later. If you want to join us for sorting through it, let us know. Maybe we'll make a video of pulling out our stuff and going, oh, we destroyed that too. Otherwise, learn from our mistakes.
So you don't make your own.
We'll see you next time.
Mom out.
Pop out.
What are you doing?
And then I come in the house and Mama's heating up the duck that we did 2 nights ago in the smokehouse in the oven. It smells like smoke in here too, but it's not the nasty burnt plastic smoke of me destroying all of our hopes and dreams in life and possessions and goals. It's smoked meat. That makes it better. That makes it better.
Thank you for watching. Hit the like button. Thumbs up. For real.
The cow head is good?
Yeah.
That's because you know.